personally welcome you to Indonesia.
Indonesia and America are entering and developing a comprehensive partnership, which is elevating and transforming our relations based on the equal partnerships and aim to meet the challenges of the 21st century, promoting peace, reforming the world economy, addressing climate change, as well as promoting harmony among civilizations. A stable, dynamic, and strong relation between Indonesia and the U.S. is good for our region and for our world. I appreciate the leadership of President Barack Obama, and I thank to him for his friendships and goodwill towards Indonesia. Thank you.
First and most importantly, I need to deliver to you warm greeting from your million of fans in Indonesia. They are only interested in one thing: when can they personally welcome you to Indonesia?
It's a place I'd like to go, actually.
I can get into serious trouble if I don't bring back some good news for your million of fans in Indonesia.
Okay.
Second, I wanted to convey our sincere appreciation for Vice President Michael Pence visit to Jakarta 3 months ago.
Right.
We really appreciate that your
Why would you do that?
Your administration choose Indonesia as one of the 4 stops on your Vice President tour around Asia. Vice President Pence underlined the commitment of the USA to strengthen the strategic partnership with Indonesia. From our perspective, his visit was very successful. So once again, thank you.
Megawati, can she speak English?
Research of unilateralism in international affairs has hunted aside the established democratic ways of resolving disputes between and among nations. The conflict in the Middle East and the unending war in Iraq continue to destabilize the global landscape.
That was exhausting. I mean, you got like all those big words one after the other and you're stressing the wrong syllable every time. Capek sekali dengerinnya. Unilateralism. Probably half her audience couldn't understand what she said.
I'm a native speaker, and even I had to look unilateralism up in the dictionary.
Yes, Megawati makes me feel stupid. I don't like it.
The still unresolved nuclear issue on the Korean Peninsula, as well as...
I kind of get the vibe that she didn't even understand what was written on the page.
People outside the country believe that Indonesia has had actually a pretty good record over the last few years. Of course, they're not experiencing what's happening in the country. What they see is Indonesia taking a leading role in terms of the world, being involved in G20, for example. Tell us exactly what you mean by hijacking democracy.
You know, democracy is not just elections. Democracy is also political culture, fairness, transparency. You know, we have many elections in which the voting list of voters are full of ghost voters. Basically, it's fraudulent voting lists. How can we have a real democracy with ghost voters? And the number is quite amazing, you know. And even at present, we are now demanding an investigation and cleaning up of the voting list. Because how can we have elections with a fraudulent voting list? You know, people who have died many years ago, they're still there. 5-year-old kids are still there. You have names that come up maybe 30 times, the same name with different addresses. You know, so this type of fraud is very prevalent. And the buying of votes, the buying of election officials is very prevalent. That's what I mean by the hijacking of democracy. So on the surface, it looks good, but in substance, a lot must be achieved. And the problem is if our people in the end lose trust in government, lose trust in institutions, then I'm worried. I think there can be a real breakdown in the body politic, you know, in our political life. Because history teaches us that if the people lose trust in the institutions, it's the beginning of breakdown, of